greatly. So please pass the word. There's people down there that want to help.
Very least we can possibly do here. Thank you. Have a good evening, sir.
Thank you, sir. Have a good night.
Hey, let's take a quick break. High school basketball coming up. But first, this is the Afternoon Drive Show on WMBS.
Falling Water is hiring for the 2022 season. How would you like to work at one of southwestern Pennsylvania's premier destinations? Spending your day surrounded by nature and a world-renowned work of art. When you work at Falling Water, you'll experience a deep sense of pride and camaraderie with other like-minded individuals. Find out about current job openings and opportunities at the Falling Water Job Fair, Tuesday, February 15th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the barn, just north of the main entrance to Falling Water on Route 381. No registration required. Feel free to drop in. Join the team at Falling Water, a National Historic Landmark and UNESCO World Heritage Site. Falling Water offers competitive pay rates and benefits. See what jobs Falling Water has available at the Falling Water Job Fair, Tuesday, February 15th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the barn, just north of the main entrance to Falling Water on Route 381. No registration required. And start your new adventure in the beautiful Laurel Highlands. Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Think about the different types of help you've received. There's the relationship advice you got from a fortune cookie, and there's the marriage advice you got from your mom. It's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but State Farm agent Bob Confer takes the time to get to know you and understand who you really are. Bob wants to help life go right. Call State Farm agent Bob Confer in Uniontown at 724-438-4477 today.
That's a wrap. We'll be back tomorrow, 5:15 to 7 p.m. with the Afternoon Drive Show. I'm Doug Stolson. That's Nick Barczyk. High school basketball coming up tonight. The Ringgold Rams and the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Enjoy the game, folks.
It's time for another C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night. Coverage of high school basketball here on WMBS, Facebook Live, and on the Triple Live High School Sports Network, being brought to you by WVU Medicine, Uniontown Hospital. Sandy Howe Notary Services, big enough to serve you, small enough to know your name. The Sprouse Insurance Group, the Radcliffe Law Firm, the Roosters Roost, Armstrong, Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation, Autoland Hyundai, Cherokee Recycling, Coldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty, Freaky Fast, Freaky Good, Jimmy John's in Uniontown, Attorney Melinda Delarose, George Dental Associates, NovaCare Rehabilitation, Russ Bleho, your local Allstate Insurance Agent, Ted Silva and Son Auto and Fender Repair, Shop and Save, Walnut Hill in Uniontown, Ford of Uniontown, Northwestern Mutual Agent John Ritchie, Potter Sports Bar and Grill, Uniontown Detailing, Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshock, the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, the Somerset Trust Company, Attorney Vincent T-Berry, Fayette County Recorder of Deeds John Marietta, the Simply Sweet Boutique, Perkins Painting, M&R Transit, Mama Ruka's Pizza Shop in Uniontown, the Centers for Rehab Services and Physical Therapist Jim Burns, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, the C. Harper Auto Group, Casey Sports Cafe, First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, Rose Motors in Masontown, Jackson Farms Dairy Store, Attorney Lisa J. Boudet, Peachin's Pharmacy in Connellsville, SWGI in Uniontown, Thurby's Riverside Ford, State Farm Agent Lauren Yeoman, Lee's Plumbing and Excavating, Attorney Thomas W. Schaefer, and by Joby's Golf. Now stay tuned for the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show here on WMBS, Facebook Live, and on the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
From Laurel Highlands High School tonight, it's time for high school boys basketball action here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live. Tonight, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs host the Ringgold Rams. The Mustangs 16-0 overall, 6-0 out of Section 1 and 5A. Ringgold 6-12 overall, 2-4 in conference play. Matt Rowland in his first year as the head coach of the Rams. Rick Hogger in his 17th year as the head coach of the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Brian Morozak alongside Steve Super, Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios, and Donnie Santor behind the camera on our Facebook Live feed tonight. Our pregame show being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They will get you ready for the game. They're located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Our live video stream tonight, courtesy of Potter's Bar and Grill and Uniontown Detailing. And Steve, what can you say about Laurel Highlands? They've now won 16 games in a row to start the season, the best start for a Mustang team since 1993 when they started 23-0. And this team might have played its best first quarter of the year, jumping out to a 28-3 lead at Thomas Jefferson on Friday and around to a 75-41 win.
Well, it's been terrific. I mean, it gets old saying, how good they are, but they're that good. They're just beating they're making every team they play look bad. And most of these teams that they're playing aren't that bad. They're just making them look bad. And they just, they got, three of the best trio we've seen in a long time. And then you throw Chambers and Nico Johns in there, and then you get, if that's not enough, then you get probably just as good a player as any of the top three with Pratt coming off the bench, and it's just a daunting task for every team to match up against.
Their opponent tonight, Ringgold, snapped a 5-game losing streak and stayed in the playoff hunt with a 62-43 win over Connellsville on Friday. Most of their offense will go through Nick Pecan, who's averaging 19 points a game and has knocked down 55 threes on the season. And freshman Zion Moore averages just over 20 points a game, and he's hit 39 threes. Both of these guys deadly from the outside. In fact, Steve, they were the only two Rams to score against the Mustangs until the fourth quarter earlier on this year.
Yeah, I mean, they just, those two guys, they can light up a room with their three-pointers, and, they're going to have to do that tonight. And if you never know, with a three-point shot in high school basketball or college basketball, NBA, whatever it is, three-point shot could get a team back in a game or keep them in a game when they might not normally be there. So if they can get hot, you just never know, and the Mustangs have to be ready to play.
And that game was a 36-33 margin, close for a while before the Mustangs used a 21-0 run to pull away for a 73-49 win. Should be a lot of fun as always tonight. We'll talk to Laurel Highlands head coach Rick Hogger and Ringgold head coach Matt Rowland on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
I'm attorney Rob Harper, and I'm happy to be joining Bill Martin and Tripp Radcliffe at Radcliffe Law in Uniontown. I grew up in Uniontown and chose to make Fayette County my home. I also represent the county as an assistant district attorney, and I know my way around a courtroom. If you are hurt in an accident, buying or selling a home, need assistance with an estate or will preparation, call me at Radcliffe Law, 724-439-3939. The initial consultation is free. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
I'm worried about this winter weather. How are we going to get to the grocery store for the next few months? I'm not too comfortable driving in the snow anymore, and with your disability, you definitely can't drive.
The last time I went to the doctor's office, they're talking about FACT.
FACT?
Yeah, Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation. FACT will come to the house and pick us up. They have fixed routes to places like Pittsburgh and Uniontown, even Nemacolin and Woodlands. FACT also has a shared ride program that schedules you to go to places like the doctor's office or the grocery store.
Well, the grandkids will be at our house when school's canceled.
FACT lets anyone ride the fixed route bus, and children under 12 accompanied by an adult ride for free, as do us seniors age 65 and up.
Wow, FACT might be the right answer for us this winter. Do you have their number?
Yes, it's 724-628-RIDE or factbus.com.
It's a fact, we're Fayette County Public Transit.
Chris Parker Jr., it's a new year, so what's new for 2022 at Autoland Hyundai?
2022 will bring a tax refund for many people. So if you're expecting a tax refund, stop in at Autoland and ask us about our deferred down payment program.
That makes buying a new Hyundai easier. Any other special offers?
The entire Hyundai lineup has great offers, such as the 2022 Venue hatchback with 0.9% APR up to 60 months. Or get $750 off with HMF bonus cash. And when the snow arrives, don't get stuck without all-wheel drive. Be prepared. Stop in at Autoland and check out our all-wheel drive Hyundai Konas, Tucsons, and Santa Fe's.
And, of course, every new Hyundai comes with America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain protection, and 3-year complimentary maintenance. Autoland Hyundai, downtown Uniontown. See them online at AutolandHyundai.com or phone 724-437-9999. That's 724-437-9999 for Autoland Hyundai.
Remember, you always pay less to drive the best at Autoland Hyundai.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes of SWGI Specialists, extending best wishes to our Fayette County teams. Our providers and staff all live locally and are committed to fulfilling the digestive health needs of our community. We encourage everyone at age 50 to get a screening colonoscopy because preventing cancer is the best way to fight cancer. Call 724-437-7677 or visit us at swgispecialists.com.
Laurel Highlands hosting Ringgold tonight, back with Mustang head coach Rick Hogger. And, Coach, coming off another impressive victory over the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars on the road this past Friday. And what a first quarter for your Mustangs. You jumped down to a 28-3 lead. Had it been one of the better first quarters I've seen any high school basketball team play over the last couple of years.
Well, certainly it was a culmination of really outstanding shooting, but we all know shooting can come and go. But the part that I was really most pleased about was defensively. Our communication was really good. Our positioning was really good. And players are going to get off shots. Defensively, you just have to make that shot as difficult as you can make it. And I thought we pressured the ball well and got hands up on shooters to a degree that we need to be at if we're going to have success moving on down the line.
Rodney said after the game that Thursday might have been your best practice of the year. How much did that correlate over to the game performance?
Well, you know, there's the theory that play how you practice, and certainly there's truth in that. So I wouldn't disagree with him, but I hope that we can stay consistent with that. Sometimes it's like a roller coaster, though. We're trending up and we're trending down, and we have to find a consistent level on all facets, whether it be preparation or in-game, where we're doing the things that we work on and that we know we have to do, that we do those consistently.
Well, a 16-0 start, and the program hasn't started off this well since they went 23-0 to start the 1993 season. What does that say about how far this Laurel Highlands program has come here in 2022?
Well, that 93 team was an outstanding team, but it obviously is an example of what can happen if, you just have one bad night. At that time, I was actually the athletic director at Laurel Highlands, and I remember it painfully well at the end. And, I have not ever used that as an example with this current team, but there are, parallels that you don't want to have reenact itself again. And not to say that we'll finish the regular season undefeated or anything, but, we'll keep taking it one game at a time, and then we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But, hopefully it means that we're finding some consistency within the program. And, even though we have a couple kids that didn't start with us, that by and large, we're having a program that, resonates down into the
middle school and even with into the elementary school to a degree.
We have Ringgold up next. They actually played you pretty tough for about 2.5 quarters first time out when you played down at Ringgold, and they have two pretty impressive shooters, Nick Pecan and the freshman Zion Moore, who I was really impressed with. And it was actually interesting the first time you played Ringgold, Pecan and Moore were actually the only two Rams that scored until the fourth quarter of that game.
That's correct. And, that was an example of some things that we needed to do a little bit better and still striving to do better to take away, the opportunities for teams, better players. And certainly those two players have done it for them all year, and we have to be aware of that this evening. So they're good, and, they can get hot. So hopefully we're up to the challenge of defending similar to the way we did down at Thomas Jefferson during the first half.
Coach, appreciate your time as always. Best of luck tonight. We'll see you out there.
Okay, Brian. Thank you.
That's Laurel Highlands head coach Rick Hogger. The Mustangs tonight taking on the Ringgold Rams. We'll talk to Ringgold head coach Matt Rowland when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
Keep your legal needs close to home. Attorney Vincent T. Berry specializes in criminal justice, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. Attorney T. Berry is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to Attorney Vince T. Berry. It will be the only call you need to make. Call 724-430-0300. That's 724-430-0300.
When it's time to service your vehicle, don't procrastinate. Call Rose Motors at 724-583-1944. Rose Motors, specializing in computer diagnostics, engine and electrical problems, brake service, electronic tune-ups, air conditioning repair, exhaust work, state inspection, and more. Looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? See Rose Motors, where financing is also available. Rose Motors, 42 River Avenue in Masontown. Serving the area for 3 generations. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, Saturday by appointment.
Mom Maruka's Pizza Shop, located at 64 Barton Mill Road in Uniontown, is your prime place to enjoy local high school sports. Mom Maruka's is family-owned and operated, where pride of ownership certainly shows. The Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, subs, and wings. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday, 4 to 10, for indoor-outdoor dining and takeout. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarukaPizza.com for their menu.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service? Sandy Howell Notary Services, LLC, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, PA, is here to help with transfers, plate renewals, new PA plates, and more. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and surrounding areas. Open weekday evenings starting at 5:30 p.m., Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sandy Howell Notary Services, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Find more snuggle time this winter and be prepared for the cold with the help of First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County. With a home improvement loan, a home equity loan, or a home equity line of credit, you can finally upgrade that old furnace, take care of that leaking roof, or replace those outdated floors. Keep the cold out and the warm and cozy in your home this winter. Visit a loan officer today or apply online at firstfederalofgreen.com. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 458729.
Simply Sweet, a party boutique. Located at 21 North Basin Avenue, is the sweetest little boutique in the area. Simply Sweet is filled with Valentine's Day party decor, paper goods, and gifts for your favorite Valentine, Galentine, or sweet little time. Surprise someone special this Valentine's Day, or anytime with one balloon or a bunch from Simply Sweet's Balloon Bar. Simply call 724-317-4929. Simply Sweet Boutique also specializes in balloon decor, event rentals, and event planning.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Silverado for only $279 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year. 4,500 cash trade equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Payment is still tax, title fees, and first payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends January 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Residency restrictions apply. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
Ringgold at Laurel Highlands boys high school basketball action here on WMBS Triple I High School Sports Network and Facebook Live tonight, being joined by Ringgold head coach Matt Rowland. And, Matt, really a big win last time out over Connellsville to keep your Rams in the mix for a playoff spot.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a must-win for us. We did a nice job, and then kind of put us right in position to, if we can win a couple more games down the stretch here to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, currently right now you're tied for the fourth and final playoff spot in the conference with Thomas Jefferson, and certainly 4 conference games remaining and a lot of big games here to play over the final 2 weeks of the regular season.
Yeah, absolutely. Starting tonight through, next week, we have 4 games that, if we can win 2 or 3 of them, we should be in good shape to get in.
Talk about the matchup with Laurel Highlands tonight. You actually played them tough for about 2.5 quarters first time out. We're actually down 3 in the third quarter before they pulled away. What did you learn in that game that might help you out tonight?
Yeah, we came out strong. We weren't able to sustain it through 4 quarters, but that's kind of been our story throughout the season, and the last game against LH was no different. So if we can kind of build off of what we did in the first half and carry it on through the rest of the game, we should have a decent chance.
That was actually an interesting game because Pecan and Moore were your only 2 players that actually scored through 3 quarters in that game. I'm sure you'd like to get some production from other outlets as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We've done a nice job since that game of really getting the other guys involved, so I'm looking forward to them staying aggressive and then be able to help us out as well.
How fun has it been working with Zion Moore? I've seen a lot of freshmen around the WPIL, and he's impressive. He's as impressive as any of them right now, and played a great game against Laurel Highlands first time out. And just has to be fun to be able to work with a kid and really develop him just as his high school career is getting underway.
Yeah, absolutely. I've had the luxury of having Zion since he was in 7th grade. I coached a little bit on the middle school level with him. So to be able to see him develop it and kind of put it all into action this year against some of the best players in the WPIAL, it's great to watch it. And he's really showed that he can hang with the best of them. So we're looking forward to a big game tonight and then finishing the rest of this year strong.
Well, Matt, appreciate your time. Best of luck against Laurel Highlands tonight. We'll see you out there.
All right. Thanks a lot.
That's Ringgold head coach Matt Rowland. The Rams at Laurel Highlands tonight taking on the Mustangs. We'll also have our eyes tonight on the Uniontown-Bell Vernon game. The Red Raiders an opportunity to gain a share of the Section 3 4A lead, and we'll preview that game when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases. But most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis. We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation, and there are no fees until you receive money on your case. If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Phone 724-437-2799. The WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital Orthopedic and Spine Institute is open, and their experienced providers are ready to care for you. Orthopedic and spine care spans a wide range of problems, from arthritis to joint trauma caused by injury or overuse. Hips, shoulders, knees, and backs are the most common areas where patients experience pain or impaired function. At WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, they can treat orthopedic and spine problems with state-of-the-art care. Their board-certified orthopedic surgeons and specialists are well experienced in the latest treatments for damaged and diseased joints. They offer everything from physical therapies to joint repairs and joint replacements. Whenever possible, the newest, minimally invasive techniques are used to ensure quicker recovery, less pain, and less damage to surrounding tissues. To learn more about the newly opened Orthopedic and Spine Institute at WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, or to schedule an appointment, call 724-912-7533 or visit wvumedicine.org/Uniontown. WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital. The new us, here for you.
Lease Plumbing and Excavating, helping area residents with residential and commercial plumbing, gas, electric, and water lines, along with paving, concrete, and excavation site work for over 30 years. Building a new home, Lease does utility installation of water, gas, and sewage lines. Lease does maintenance work on all existing homes, too. Call 724-245-2950. That's 724-245-2950 for your quote. Lease wishes all the area basketball teams good luck this season from Lease Plumbing and Excavating.
Come see what everyone's crowing about. It's Rooster's Roost next to the Uniontown Shopping Center on Francis Street in the Old Eddie's Tavern location. Craving pizza, wings, fried chicken, hoagies, or your favorite salad or side? It's all at Rooster's Roost. Eat in, take out, or have it delivered. Call 724-320-2244 or order online at roostersroost.com. Use the coupon radio and get $3 off your online order. Gift certificates also available. Stop in Rooster's Roost today.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? M&R Transit is now hiring van drivers. Van drivers must be 26 years of age, have a valid driver license, and a clean driving record. Van drivers must be able to obtain all clearances. For more information, call 724-439-3164. That's 724-439-3164, or apply in person at M&R Transit, 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue. M&R Transit wishes the Laurel Highlands Mustangs good luck.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Mustangs a successful season.
When you need a vaccine, look to Peachin Pharmacy as a partner in your health. Peachin Pharmacy has all of the COVID-19 vaccines, including boosters, at no cost to you. They also have the shingles and pneumonia vaccine. Schedule online, by phone, or just walk in. When you are ready, get your vaccine at Peachin Pharmacy, located in downtown Connellsville.
Peachin Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
Brian Rozak back here on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. Laurel Highlands hosting Ringgold tonight, our featured game on WMBS this evening. We'll also have our eyes on Uniontown at Bell Vernon tonight as well. The Red Raiders an opportunity to gain a share of the Section 3 4A lead with a win over the Leopards. Bell Vernon defeated Uniontown at Uniontown earlier on this year, and Uniontown head coach Rob Kizmarski knows it's going to be a physical game for his Red Raiders tonight.
The thing that they do is try to make you play helter-skelter, out of control, but the way our guards have been playing, we're excited for that. We're going to have to really be prepared for their run and jump and their physical play. A lot of it will have to do with how the referees ref the game, too, because Bell Vernon plays so aggressive, and hopefully some of those fouls will get called, and they won't be able to put two hands on us and really take us to be more physical in us. So we have to be aware of that, especially with our freshman guards. But I believe in our team. I believe in our kids. I feel we have 4 or 5 kids that can handle the basketball. You look at Tanner's handling the ball. Jeremiah Hager will help us out. But the key to Bell Vernon, the reason they're so successful, they really attack those boards. And last year, that was by far Perkins' best game whenever we were beating them, and it was a close game, and then Perkins picked up his 3rd foul and really hurt us a little bit. But they're so strong inside. And there's a reason everybody's recruiting Martin for football. He just keeps getting stronger and grew, and Whitlock speaks for himself, his resume. But again, so we want to do our best and see what we can do against one of the top-ranked teams in the WPIL.
Both Uniontown and Bell Vernon lost games against tough opponents in the Pittsburgh Basketball Classic this past weekend. The Red Raiders fell Saturday against Montour. Bell Vernon fell Sunday against Bishop Canavan. Our colleague Billy Dice is at the Uniontown-Bell Vernon game tonight. He'll be passing along score updates to us throughout the course of the evening. Again, our featured game has the Laurel Highlands Mustangs at home against the Ringgold Rams. We'll have the starting lineups and the opening tip-off on the way next here on WMBS, the Triple I High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Attorney Thomas W. Schaefer litigated over 275 civil and criminal trials, some of which have been aired on Oprah, Inside Edition, and ESPN. Having an engineering degree, master's in business administration, and law degree qualifies him to go toe-to-toe with anyone. His firm concentrates in wills, trusts, estates, property transfers, personal injury, solar field and Marcellus gas negotiations, and family law. Small enough to care and smart enough to win. Phone 724-425-1162 or email TommySchaefer@hotmail.com. Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. They are conveniently located at 1310 Pittsburgh Road in Uniontown. But look for Uniontown Detailing in February at a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing. With branches in Markleysburg, Connellsville, Hopwood, Uniontown, and Perryopolis, Somerset Trust Company is truly Fayette County's community bank. We invite you to stop by and experience the Somerset Trust Company difference. Local decision-making, convenient locations, extended hours, award-winning online and mobile banking, and more. Somerset Trust Company, community banking worth talking about. Branches and ATMs throughout Fayette County.
going on now at C. Harper Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Silverado for only $279 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year. 4,500 cash trade equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Payment is for tax, title fees, and first payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends January 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Residency restrictions apply. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hello, everyone. This is John Marietta. With God, all things are possible. Who would have ever thought we would have come this far? I want to thank each and every one who has helped me get this far. We couldn't have done this without you all. Change is what you ask for, and that's what you're going to get. This was about you, not me. I'm just a regular guy trying to do the right thing. I am John Marietta. I am the hillbilly. With your help, you have made me the next recorder of deeds for the people of Fayette County. God bless each and every one of you, and God bless America.
Brian Rozak and Steve Supert back here at Laurel Highlands High School, about 12 minutes away from tipping it off tonight. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs hosting the Ringgold Rams. Steve, is your starting lineups to be brought to you by Southwestern Gastrointestinal Specialists in Uniontown. Problems with the digestive tract or no picnic, get help today. Call SWGI in Uniontown at 724-437-7677. Here's Steve.
Okay, for the Rams coming in 6-12 overall, 2-4 in section play. At guard, starting at guard number 10, forward, 6'2" senior Marcus DiBendetto. At guard, a 6-foot senior number 11, Nick Pecan. At forward, a 6'2" junior number 22, Jacob Pahoic. At guard, a 6'1" junior number 24, Lorenzo Glasser. And at guard, a 6'1" senior number 25, Shane Seiler. For the Mustangs coming in, usual starting lineup for Coach Rick Hogger, 16-0 on the season, 6-0 in section play. At guard tonight, a 6'3" junior, number 1, Keandre DeShields. At guard, a 6-foot junior, number 2, Rodney Gallagher. At guard, a 6'1" junior, number 3, Brandon Davis. At forward, a 6'2" senior, number 15, Joey Chambers. And at forward, a 6'2" senior, number 33, Nico John.
Steve, are you surprised that Zion Moore's not in the starting lineup for Ringgold?
Well, he's a freshman, but you never know. I mean, he's obviously a good spark off the bench. Maybe there's something happened in practice. I mean, who knows? Maybe he's not feeling good. I mean, there could be a lot of reasons.
He's warming up, though.
He's warming up, so let's see. I'm sure see how quick before they put him in there. I mean, we don't. If you watched us play. You'd scratch your head, wonder why James Pratt doesn't start. Jaden Pratt, yeah, James Pratt, yeah. Remember James?
You're going back a couple of years
going back, yeah. But if you're Jaden Pratt, if you watch the Mustangs play, you got to think, well, he's definitely in the top 5, and he is. But he's just, it's a role that Coach Hogger has him in, and he seems to fill it pretty well. And it's a great spark plug off the bench. So maybe that's what the Rams are going to do with Moore. You never know.
We're back with more in a moment, getting you ready for the Mustangs and the Ringgold Rams here on WMBS, the Triple I High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
For attorney Melinda Delarose, helping people with compassionate counseling, candid legal advice, strong advocacy, and professional commitment is what she does best. With an office at 99 East Main Street in downtown Uniontown, attorney Delarose specializes in family law, municipal law, and general civil litigation, as well as personal injury, estate planning, probate, and more. For more information, call attorney Melinda Delarose at 724-437-3200, 724-437-3200, or online at delaroselaw.com.
Does your car sound like it's saying, "Trade me in, trade me in," every time you start it up? Well, go to Ford of Uniontown and trade it in. That's right, your Uniontown Ford dealer is ready to assist you with a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV purchase. Ford of Uniontown has all the deals, all the inventory, and they are ready to deal. It has never been a better time to buy a Ford. Service is their top priority. No matter where you purchase your Ford car or truck, Ford of Uniontown will be happy to service it for you. They offer Ford-trained technicians, Ford-certified parts and service, 1-year, 12,000-mile parts warranties, and new state-of-the-art service equipment. Call or stop in today to see the hometown service of Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 West across from Applebee's. So listen to your car the next time you hear it say, "Trade me in, trade me in." Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 at the top of the hill.
Let's face it, sometimes local is better. Locally grown, locally sourced, shop local, eat local. But what about local expertise? At Allstate, Russ Playho is just that, a local. So contact Uniontown Allstate agent Russ Playho today at 724-439-9700. Russ can help you with the protection that's right for you and the things you love most. Allstate. Are you in good hands?
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Savings vary. Life insurance offered through Allstate Life Insurance Company and Allstate Assurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois, and American Heritage Life Insurance Company, Jacksonville, Florida.
Where can you go these days and have your gas pumped for you, oil checked, and windshield cleaned? Joby's Golf. That's where. Joby's Golf is conveniently located at the corner of Fayette and Beeson Boulevard. Joby's Golf is a fast, friendly, full-service gas station serving the Uniontown area in the same location for over 47 years. Joby's Golf offers lockout services, general repairs, tire repair, fenced-in storage lots, state inspection, golf products, and AAA 24-hour car and light truck towing service. Call 724-438-0681.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Come see what everyone's crowing about. It's Rooster's Roost next to the Uniontown Shopping Center on Francis Street in the Old Eddie's Tavern location. Craving pizza, wings, fried chicken, hoagies, or your favorite salad or side? It's all at Rooster's Roost. Eat in, take out, or have it delivered. Call 724-320-2244 or order online at roostersroost.com. Use the coupon radio and get $3 off your online order. Gift certificates also available. Stop in Rooster's Roost today.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes with the colon cancer screening update. If you have no close family member with colorectal cancer or precancerous polyps, you are at average risk and should begin screening at age 45. Colonoscopy is the most sensitive screening test and only needs done every 10 years. Stool fit testing and Cologuard are usually effective screening options, with fit testing done yearly and Cologuard done every 3 years. Learn more at swgispecialist.com.
Brian Marozak and Steve Supert back here at Laurel Highlands High School, about 5 minutes away from tipping it off tonight. And Steve, plenty of local connections to the game here. Our good buddy Rob Ramsey, who's one of the assistant coaches for Ringgold from Fayette County. He's actually the only Ramsey not to go to Fraser. Talked to Rob earlier on today. He said he was on the better side and graduated from Geibel, joking around. And his dad, a big fan of our broadcast as well. Hello to Bob Ramsey listening. Appreciate Bob tuning into all of our broadcasts. So hello, Bob, out there. And, of course, the Pecan, Steve. Plenty of connections as well. Chris Sr., Laurel Highlands grad, his son playing ball at Cal U. And Nick Pecan having a heck of a season here at Ringgold.
Yeah, he sure is. He's hitting a lot of threes. And if you remember that game against Laurel Highlands a few weeks back, he went crazy for the first half to keep him in the ball game. And he's going to need to do that again to keep him in there. And if he does, he gets hot. And then that Moore kid, if he gets off the bench for whatever reason, he's starting on the bench. But if he gets in there and gets hot, this could be a game. You just never know. They hung in there for a while and until the second half on that big 21-0 run for the Mustangs. But they made a game of it last time.
And Laurel Highlands has controlled the series between these two schools as of late. As you said, Steve, won 73-49 earlier on this year. Swept Ringgold last year, winning by scores of 56-43 at Ringgold and 82-39 here at Laurel Highlands. Prior to last year, the last time the schools played during the 17-18 season when they were in the same conference, Laurel Highlands once again swept the season series, winning by scores of 67-40 and 77-41. But this Ringgold program, they've had success over the years. In fact, twice over the last 3 years, they've been to the PIAA state playoffs, nearly upset District 3 powerhouse Lancaster Catholic, falling 59-56 back in 2020. Also qualified for the state playoffs back in 2019 as well. So they've had some pretty good teams over the years.
Yeah, they've got pretty big tradition in sports, and have had some great athletes go through Ringgold over the years. Joe Montana wasn't Stan Musial from Ringgold, and Fred Cox. You probably think who's Fred Cox? He was a place kicker for the Vikings back in the late 60s, early 70s. So they've had some people go through there that have done some pretty big things.
Gene Steratore in the house tonight as well, Steve.
Yeah.
Has some connections to the Pecan family, so good to see Gene here tonight as well. Looking right now at the Section 1 5A standings, Laurel Highlands undefeated in conference play at 6-0. Albert Gallatin, a surprising loss last week, Steve, against West Mifflin. They're 4-2. West Mifflin sitting at 3-3, and Ringgold tied with Thomas Jefferson for the final playoff spot in the conference at 2-4. And Connells will bring it up the rear at 1-5. So a lot of important games here down the stretch.
A lot of important games, and the Mustangs just trying to keep rolling on and keep those horses going forward. And that's just got to keep your head down and plug away, play the old saying, one game at a time, and that's all they can do.
Other Section 1 5A games tonight: Thomas Jefferson in Fayette County, and Albert Gallatin and West Mifflin. Also in the county, they're at Connellsville. The Mustangs will play Albert Gallatin here at home on Friday, and then they'll travel to West Mifflin next Tuesday. They'll wrap up the conference season here at home against Connellsville a week from Friday. We'll also have our eyes on Section 3 and 4A tonight, where Uniontown plays a very important game at Bell Vernon. A Red Raiders win there, Steve, they would pull even with the Leopards for first place in the conference.
Yeah, good luck to the Red Raiders. And always a tough place to play up there at Bell Vernon. And you seem like things always seem to happen for the visiting team against you for some reason or another. But it's a tough place to play, tight little gym there, and it's always a hectic scene there. But and then plus they've got Mr. Whitlock will have something to say about that as well.
I'm sure, and Quentin Martin, our buddy Billy Dice, is up there. He'll be sending us scoring updates throughout the course of the evening, and we'll keep you up to date as well. Other games in that conference tonight: Southmoreland at South Park, Yock at Elizabeth Forward. Down in 3A, we saw Brownsville last week. They looked impressive. They're at Beth Center tonight. McGuffey at Brentwood, Washington, and Charleroi. Down in 2A, California facing a tough test. Dan Bosnick has the Monessen Greyhounds playing well. California at Monessen tonight. Carmichael's also in Fayette County. They're at Fraser. Jefferson Morgan at Bentworth. Down in Single A, the Geibel Gators have had a great year. They'll keep it going tonight at Avella. Mapletown facing a tough test at Bishop Canavan. Bishop Canavan actually knocked off Bell Vernon in the Pittsburgh Basketball Classic on Sunday. West Green at Propel Montour in the premier non-conference game around the WPIL tonight. One of the top teams from 5A Mars and one of the top teams from 6A North Hills. That game should be a lot of fun as well. Here it's the Laurel Highlands Mustangs hosting the Ringgold Rams. We'll have the opening tip-off for you next here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Attorney Thomas W. Schaefer litigated over 275 civil and criminal trials, some of which have been aired on Oprah, Inside Edition, and ESPN. Having an engineering degree, master's in business administration, and law degree qualifies him to go toe-to-toe with anyone. His firm concentrates in wills, trusts, estates, property transfers, personal injury, solar field and Marcellus gas negotiations, and family law. Small enough to care and smart enough to win. Phone 724-425-1162 or email TommySchaefer@hotmail.com.
Going on now at Sea Harbour's Chevy East. Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Silverado for only $279 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarborChevyEast.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year. With 4,500 cash trade equity with lease loyalty or new conquest. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and prepayment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends January 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Residency restrictions apply. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231.
It's year-end clearance time at Thurby's Riverside Ford. This is the time, and this is the place. With Truck Month incentives, get 0% Ford credit financing for 60 months on new 2021 Ford F-150s in stock. Ford F-150, the toughest truck for the toughest jobs, and the best-selling truck on the planet for 45 years. During our year-end clearance, take advantage of 0% Ford credit financing incentives on all new 2021 Ford Ranger, Explorer, and Edge. Come and experience your presidential award-winning dealer, Thurby's Riverside Ford, located 1 mile past Lady Luck Casino. Approved Ford Motor Credit financing required. Offer ends January 30th, 2022. Stop in and see Sammy, Ashley, Jimmy, or Joey.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair. Currently in their 59th year of providing quality, reliable service to the community, Ted Silva & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They will gladly blueprint your vehicle for repair, and they will work with your insurance company. With a paint booth that utilizes the environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva & Son not only cares for our community and our children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it is the goal of Ted Silva & Son to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way possible. Family owned and operated for 59 years. Call 724-437-2351 for Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair, LLC. Proud to sponsor local high school sports.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Mustangs a successful season.
Just about set to go here at Laurel Highlands High School. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Ringgold Rams. The Rams in the navy blue away uniforms, gold numbers, white trim. Their bench off to our right. The Mustangs in the home whites, blue numbers, red trim, and their bench off to our left. Referees tonight, Bill Beener, Paul Pulio, and Keith Jankowski. Laurel Highlands student section, Steve, always has a crafty theme, and tonight they have the hard hats on, wearing the construction gear.
Yeah, they're the road crew tonight.
Yes, even though the Mustangs are playing here at home. Again, it's DeShields, Gallagher, Davis, Chambers, and Johns on the Mustang side. DiBenedetto, Pecan, Pahowick, Glasser, and Seiler for the Ringgold Rams. What do you expect to see here early on, Steve?
Well, I expect to see some baskets for both teams, and I really just want to see really how the Mustangs come out. They come out hot. They come out on one of those spurts. You know, they could put this game away early, or let's see if the Rams can hit some shots. And I also want to see how long it takes for Zion Moore to get in the game.
And it was 28-3 after one quarter of play on Friday for Laurel Highlands as the Mustangs played a fantastic opening frame on the road at Thomas Jefferson. We'll see what tonight has in store as they host the Ringgold Rams. Get our live video stream courtesy of Potter's Bar and Grill and Uniontown Detailing. Actually, Steve, moving right down the road from WMBS on South Mount Vernon Avenue.
Well, your car will be clean all year.
Yes, it will. And that's a rarity, knowing me. Set to go. Keandre DeShields in the center circle. Jacob Pahowick to jump for for the Ringgold Rams. Good to see Billy Beaner in the house tonight as well, and he'll toss it up. Get the Section 1 5A game underway, and it goes back to Rodney Gallagher. Mustangs working left to right as we describe. A touch off to Brandon Davis. Floats it back on the far side. Rod now over to Keandre on the far wing. Back to Rod high on the left. Cross court near side. Brandon Davis fronted there by D. Benedetto. Back to Rod. Long three on the way and good. Rodney Gallagher. That didn't take long, Steve. His 34th made three of the season.
I can't text Billy if we have a rules question tonight.
But Gene Steratore sitting right down in front of us. You could ask him.
Yeah.
See if the Rams can answer back. A little pressure on the ball there on Di Benedetto, able to save it in front of Davis. Bounces it off to his right. Bahalik, edge of the zone now for the Rams. Then a little push call there on Pecan. I think that was Nico Johns.
Joey Chambers.
And Joey Chambers were both there. And they're going to call it on Joey. You're right there, Steve. Joey picks up the foul. His first, team first. The ball gets worked in there to Bahalik, back to Pecan, who drains the three.
Pecan, he's tough.
And Steve, that's his 57th made three of the season. And we're tied at 3, 45 seconds in. Brandon Davis, near side, Rodney Gallagher. Back to Brandon on the far wing. He'll look to answer back again, and he'll send one in. These guys on both sides can't miss from the outside early on. For Brandon, that's his 21st made three, and it's 6-3 Mustangs a minute in. Nick Pecan on the near side now to Lorenzo Glasser. Back between the circles, Pahalik. Double team came over, trying to pull it back to Di Benedetto, went off his back, and Nico John says, thank you very much. In transition, Nico driving back. Shot attempt, no good, but he was fouled in the process, and he'll have 2 free throws upcoming. Not the type of turnover the Rams wanted to see there, Steve.
I thought maybe Nico was going to lay one up for a streaking Keandre DeShields.
Fouling on Pahalik, his first, team first. And now Nico for the season, just 7 of 11 from the free throw line, make it 7 of 12 as he misses on the first of 2 here. Laurel Highlands 192 of 264 for the season, just shy of 73%. Johns now for a second of 2, up on the way. And this one short as well off the front of the rim. Ringgold with a rebound there. They'll push it off to Nick Pecan, who will bring it across. Pecan fronted there by Joey Chambers. A little ball fake. Pulls back now to Lorenzo Glasser between the circles. Guarded there by Keandre. Glasser from the elbow. Pulling it back between the circles now to Di Benedetto. Switching back there again with Pecan. They set the screen there with Pahalik as it's sent on the far baseline. Pecan able to connect there on the long 2. So Pecan all 5 of the points for Ringgold at 6-5 Laurel Highlands, almost 2 minutes in. Gallagher back to Brandon Davis. Another deep 3. This one off the front of the rim, no good. They'll tip out the rebound. But it's controlled there by the Rams, and it'll be Pecan that'll bring it across.
Moore's getting ready to check in. Zion Moore's going to come off the bench. Didn't take very long.
No. And the Rams only down 1 with the basketball, so hanging in here with the Mustangs. Granted, we've played just about 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Di Benedetto pulling back, edge of the zone now to Pecan. Watch there again by Chambers. A little double team comes over. Pecan trying to stay with, trying to go between defenders. Lost it, trying to regain. Ball loose, and Keandre able to poke it here loose on the near side. Goes into the Mustang bench, and the ruling is Laurel Highlands basketball.
That's a good call there. Looked like the Rams tipped it out.
Bouncing around like a hot potato.
Yeah.
And it'll be Rodney Gallagher bringing it out of his own zone. As Steve said, Zion Moore into the game for the first time on the Ringgold side. Freshman averages over 20 points a game. He's knocked down 39 threes on the season. Keandre launching a 3 from the far corner there for Laurel Highlands, no good. Shane Seiler the rebound there for Ringgold. And now Zion Moore with his first touch of the night brings it across, and he's watched by Gallagher. That should be a fun matchup to watch all night long, Gallagher on Moore. Again, if you're just joining us, we mentioned during the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show, and these two teams met in Carroll Township earlier on this year. It was Moore and Pecan. They were the only 2 Rams to score through 2 quarters of basketball. But here Lorenzo Glasser connects on a jumper, and Ringgold an early lead at 7-6. And Moore a little pressure on the ball on the outside. Chambers back on the far side. Brandon Davis far elbow. Keandre spins, has a seam, takes it and makes it. Keandre DeShields his first 2 of the game. Puts Laurel Highlands back on top at 8-7 here at the 4:28 mark of the first. And Moore will bring it back across here for Ringgold. Picked up there by Rodney Gallagher. Sends it back on the far wing to Shane Seiler. On the switch now to Pecan. Watch there by Chambers. In the corner again to Seiler. And now Pecan from the Mustang student section. Touch up top, Pahalik switches back with Peacock. Little bump from Chambers, takes a step back three. Off the back iron, no good, and Keandre the rebound there for Laurel Highlands. Keandre back through center. Keandre driving off the glass and in. Keandre to Shields, so back-to-back buckets for Keandre. He has four. The Mustangs have a 3-point lead at 10-7.
Boy, he just makes it look so easy. He and, Davis and Gallagher, when they drive to the hoop on a fast break, they're pretty almost unstoppable.
They force a turnover here. Gallagher drives back, scoop shot, score it. Rodney Gallagher. Timeout Ringgold. Rod has 5. 6-0 run for the Mustangs. 12-7. Laurel Highlands leads Ringgold. 3:35 left here in the first. We're back in 60 here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
For attorney Melinda Della Rose, helping people with compassionate counseling, candid legal advice, strong advocacy, and professional commitment is what she does best. With an office at 99 East Main Street in downtown Uniontown, attorney Della Rose specializes in family law, municipal law, and general civil litigation, as well as personal injury, estate planning, probate, and more. For more information, call attorney Melinda Della Rose at 724-437-3200, 724-437-3200, or online at DellaRoseLaw.com.
Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at JimmyJohns.com.
Freaky fast, freaky good. Order online at JimmyJohns.com or call 724-437-6800 for delivery or curbside pickup. Jimmy John's, next to Walnut Hill. Shop and save.
As we come back, Ringgold trying to hang in this game. Shane Seiler draining a 3. Seiler came in averaging only about a half point a game for the Rams, but a big 3 there has Ringgold back to within 2, down 12-10. Davis back on the other side, trying to answer back, and does just that. Made 3, top of the key, his second of the night. He has 6, and the Mustangs on top, 15-10.
Very high-scoring game so far. Mustangs already have 15 points, and there's still 3 minutes left in this first quarter.
And the Mustangs put up 28 points in the opening quarter on Friday against Thomas Jefferson, held the Jags to only a field goal. Here's Pecan trying to spin off at Chambers.
That's going to be a second on Joey Chambers. That might get Jaden Pratt off the bench.
I would think so. 2 free throws upcoming here for the Ringgold Rams, and Nick Pecan, who came in just 54%. Surprised those numbers aren't higher from the foul line. As good of a 3-point shooter that
It's
Pecan
too close.
is.
Maybe he should back up to the back of the key there. He can stay, as long as he stays in that circle, right? He can.
Misses on the first of 2 here. Ringgold as a team just shy of 62%, 145 of 235. Remains 15-10 in favor of the Mustangs. Pecan is second of 2 on the way, and this one will spin in for Nick Pecan. Seeing 6 of the 11 so far for the Rams. And the Mustangs have a 4-point lead at 15-11 here at the 2:36 mark of the first. Keandre on the near wing, back between the circles. Brandon Davis, far side. Gallagher, high arcing 3 out the front of the rim, no good. And Zion Moore controls the rebound there for Ringgold.
1-3-1 defense the last few times down from the Rams.
Pecan again up top. Pahalik was trying to set the screen, pulled back over to Zion Moore. His 3-ball on the way and good. So the freshman's first points of the night come from outside the arc. Zion Moore, just like that, Ringgold back to within 1 of Laurel Highlands at 15-14. Here's Davis coming baseline far side. Kick out Chambers, open in the corner. 3 on the way. A little bit short there. Scrum for the rebound, tipped around, controlled by Johns. Baseline back to Keandre, drives and scores. Keandre to Shields, 6 opening quarter points for Keandre. It's a 17-14 lead for the Mustangs with 1:50 left here in the first. You're right, Steve, up tempo on both sides.
Yeah, I think Poick stopped a dunk there. As
almost a steal.
That's going to be a travel.
Called there on Pahalik. And
Here
now
comes
Jaden Pratt will check in.
Yeah, he'll check in probably for Chambers. Yes, Chambers with the 2 fouls will take a seat, get a little rest.
Pratt averages 10 points and 5 rebounds a game off the Laurel Highlands bench. Gallagher back over to Brandon Davis, and now Rodney again. Rodney stopping, popping from the foul line and connecting. Rodney Gallagher, 7 here in the opening quarter, and he's really heated up the scoring, Steve, as of late, averaging close to 27 points a game over the Mustangs' last 4 games.
Yeah, he could score probably as many points as he wanted. He could probably get over 30, 35 a game if he really put his mind to it, but he's such a team player, and they have so many scores he doesn't need to.
Moore missed a fadeaway from the baseline far side. Mustangs in transition. Gallagher handing off. Johns out in front with the finish. Nico Johns, his first 2 of the game. Give an assist to Rodney Gallagher. The Mustangs now a touchdown lead over the Rams at 21-14. As we go under a minute left here in the opening quarter.
Like a football score, 21-14.
Yes. Up top, pressure on the ball. Keandre, look out here. Keandre coming back and slamming it home. Keandre to Shields.
Big George got his foam finger going now.
Yes, he does. 8 for Keandre. You talked to Big George earlier in the day.
Yeah. Oh, there's another steal.
Rodney forcing it. Scrum for the loose ball. Keandre finds it again. Keandre back into the Rams zone. Baseline Davis driving. Tough shot. Somehow got it over the shoulder and in. Brandon Davis. And here you go, Steve. Just one of those runs again. And the Mustangs, just like that, up 11 at 25-14. How quickly the tide turns.
Yeah, it was 15-14 about a minute ago, it seemed like.
10-0 run for the Mustangs. They had a 21-0 run against Ringgold the last time these two teams played. Here's Moore on the inside. A little off balance. Daniel get that shot to drop right at the buzzer. That's a big shot for the Rams. Gives them a little momentum here to end the opening quarter. And it's 25-16. Laurel Highlands over Ringgold. 9-point lead after 1. We're back with a second and 60 seconds here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Keep your legal needs close to home. Attorney Vincent T. Berry specializes in criminal justice, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. Attorney T. Berry is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to Attorney Vince T. Berry. It will be the only call you need to make. Call 724-430-0300. That's 724-430-0300.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borch Jr.
25-16, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs lead the Ringgold Rams. Had a pair of Hall of Famers, Steve, retire from the NFL earlier on this week. Ben Roethlisberger and Tom Brady. Of Gene Steratore in the house.
Yeah, a lot of celebrities. And I tell you what, not the only Hall of Famer retiring.
Who else?
We got one of my good buddies, Bruce the Squirrel Byers, is 22 years with Shop and Save. He's hanging it up.
Congratulations to him.
And he's going to play a lot of golf now. And
good for him.
He's going to learn how to chip, and he's going to, probably take a few dollars off me over the course of the summer. But my old partner in crime.
Congratulations to him. Hopefully he can enjoy retirement. Here, Laurel Highlands a 25-16 lead, and Ringgold gets a little 2-for-1 here, Steve, end of the opening quarter with that bucket for Moore, and they have the basketball. Here to start the second quarter, off the possession arrow, working right to left as we describe it. Pecan off to Seiler, hit that three in the opening quarter, but as you said, Steve, called for the carry there by Billy Beener on the far side.
Well, that's good defense that time by Sumter, who just got in the way. It was he was going to pass that ball over there, and Sumter kind of just was in the position to probably intercept it, and he kind of did a little double dribble, and he's going to take a seat on the bench right now.
Ringgold makes a quick change here. They have DiBenedetto now back in. Gallagher floating it back to Keandre up top, and he'll go between defenders. No look pass down to Pratt. Baseline near side, came up short. A.J. Sumter the rebound there. Keeping it alive, back to Pratt. Up top, Gallagher. Spins off another defender. Fired a pass down, well out of the range of Brandon Davis. Will go out of bounds and back over to Ringgold. So both teams with an early turnover here in the second quarter. And Zion Moore will bring it back across here for the Rams. On the far wing to Jacob Pahalik, watched there by Sumter, has given the Mustangs good minutes this season. Set on the baseline far side, and then rotating back out to the wing there was Glasser. Back to Pahalik. Try to pass down low for DiBenedetto. Got intercepted by Davis. Forward to Keandre, trying to fight off the double team. We're going to have a foul called here on the floor on the Rams. It'll go on Moore.
Brian, I don't understand something. Maybe you can explain this to me. And I don't want to get political or anything, but number 22, Pahalik, has that mask but he's not wearing it. Like, what good is it doing? It's almost like a chin strap.
Yeah.
He's not putting it over his face.
I don't have a good answer
I think
for
that
you.
would be a little distracting, wouldn't you? I mean, if you're not going to wear it, take it off.
Davis missing a three here on the near wing. Ball tipped around, almost went back in. Sumter pulls it back. Brandon Davis drives back inside. Another miss. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Mustang basketball. Yeah, I'm not sure, Steve, why he would have it on. I mean, if you're not going to wear it, why?
I mean, maybe, I guess, during timeouts he wants to wear it. Yeah, it's, everybody, got to be safe and all that, but he's out there running around without.
Gallagher, high arcing three, good again. Tough to stop that.
Yeah.
Second made three of the game for Rodney Gallagher. He has 10. Lead back up to 12 at 28-16.
Wow.
Little double team here on the ball on Pecan. He turns it over. Pratt out of the pack with it. Gallagher home run ball down the court. Davis brought it in and lays it up and in. Brandon Davis in double figures with 10. Another timeout taken here by the Rams. 30-16 Mustangs, 14-point lead. 6:24 left before halftime. We're back in 60 here on the C.R. Product Group High School Sports Tonight.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill and Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Robbins, you know.
Ryan Rozak and Steve Subrick back here at Ringgold High School, 30-16. The Mustangs leading the Ringgold Rams. Have to thank our video stream sponsors tonight, Potter's Bar and Grill and Uniontown Detailing. I think it's Mexican night tonight, Steve, at Potter's.
Oh, I'll get a couple tacos down there.
There's Zion Moore double team. They'll pull it up top. And that's Pahowick back in the corner as Di Benedetto got out of position, turned the basketball over.
Pecan.
Davis looking for an outlet pass there to Pratt, got deflected out by Pecan. We'll stay with the Mustangs here in the Ram zone. Laurel Highlands just has that tendency, Steve. They get those double teams on you, and they force some turnovers, and certainly can be a frustrating position if you're the opposing team.
Well, the Rams are playing well. They're just, running into some hot shooting from the Mustangs.
Keandre a miss. Gallagher's follow again, no good. Keandre keeping it back alive underneath. Resets Brandon Davis. He'll drive and get fouled there by Pahowick.
Yeah, Pahowick just got him with the body and a lot of contact. The refs are letting they're letting a lot go, but that one they couldn't, as Davis will go to the line.
Second personal on Pahowick, third team foul on the Rams. 2 free throws have coming here for Brandon Davis, the Mustangs' best free throw shooter at 80%. Came in 69 of 86 for the season and knocks down the first of 2 here. So Brandon Davis, 11 points already tonight.
Boy, Davis is pretty smooth tonight, isn't he?
Second of 2 free throws. Good again. Saw a couple games that Davis dropped a bit as far as scoring production, but he was battling some injuries. Certainly seems to be a lot healthier tonight, has his normal spunk back in his step. The Mustangs now have doubled up the Rams at 32-16. Here's Pecan, long 3 up top, no good. Rebound deflecting over to Pahowick on the elbow. Comes inside. Another floater. No good. Ball still loose. Sumter finds it. Forward to Pratt. 3-on-1. Pratt down to Gallagher. Resets back. Keandre tried to slam it home. Missed the dunk. Sumter keeps it alive. Out to Pratt. Thought about the 3. Now take the long 2 off the front of the rim. No good. Loose underneath. And Zion Moore out of the pack with it. And he'll throw it away.
Yep. Now you get to that point in the game. 32-16. Mustangs looking to have a little fun out there.
Yes.
And Keandre trying for a dunk, just didn't get enough run at it. That he just couldn't quite get it down there.
He has the ball again, coming baseline near side, tough shot. Couldn't get it to drop. Came out, and then Pahowick there with the rebound. Forward to Zion Moore. Moore on the far wing, long 2, good. Zion Moore, he's a player.
Yeah, he's a
has
player.
7 already, 32-18. 14-point lead for the Mustangs. Davis underneath again, throwing it over the shoulder and in. Brandon Davis. That's not an easy shot, Steve, but it looks easy for Davis.
Yeah. That looked a little bit like Julius Irving when he went up from one side and kind of scooped around and went underneath the other side of the hoop.
Lead at 16 again at 34-18. 3 from the parking lot this time. Pecan well off the mark. Keandre the rebound. Down to Gallagher. He'll lay it up and in again. Rodney Gallagher. So Gallagher, 12 points as we work here with 4:20 left here in the second quarter. It's an 18-point lead for the Mustangs. Zion Moore on the far wing. Moore trying to go between defenders. Now they'll work it around the arc. Near side Glasser. He'll come near baseline. That shot too strong. Goes to Pecan. There, right place, right time on the far block. He'll lay it up and in. 8 for Nick Pecan. 36-20 Mustangs midway through the second quarter. Davis near wing Keandre. Fronted there by Glasser. Kicks it far baseline. Pratt back to Keandre on the wing, and he'll be called for the travel. Well, feet shuffle there from Keandre before the drive. DiBenedetto back in on the Ringgold side, replacing Lorenzo Glasser. Not sure if I mentioned it, Steve. Uniontown down early, down 22-10 to Bell Vernon.
A tough place to play there, especially going against Martin and Whitlock.
We mentioned Steve, Bell Vernon lost to Bishop Canavan on Sunday at the Pittsburgh Basketball Classic. Close game coming down the stretch. Bishop Canavan, another one of those private programs. They're actually playing Geibel's Conference in Single A. Pecan a miss. Mustangs in transition. Gallagher far wing, 3 there. Off the mark. And in traffic, Pecan out of the pack with it for Ringgold. He'll float it forward. There's Pahowick. Kicks it out. Moore, 3 on the way. Off the mark there, Moore. Loose underneath. Kept alive. Pahowick high feed up top. Saved there by Seiler. He'll float it back down to Pahowick again. Little ball fake. And now he'll try to pivot a shot up. They got blocked there by Keandre. And Keandre back into the forecourt. Keandre driving on a contact in the lane. Charge called on Keandre to Shields.
Might have been a block if he wouldn't have knocked him, just pancaked him to the floor like he did. And it was just such a hard hit by Keandre. Pretty easy call for Billy Beaner.
Under 3 minutes left here in the second quarter. 36-20 Mustangs. Brian Morozak along with Steve Subert, Donnie Santor behind the camera tonight on our Facebook Live feed. Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Blocked there. It's Keandre on Zion Moore and sent him into the courts.
Tell you, the only thing that's really difficult, I think, for Coach Hogger right now with this team is you don't have to. There's just not a lot of stress. There's not a lot of stress on these kids during these games because, the games are so one-sided. You just wonder how that's going to affect them when they get, sooner or later they're going to get a tough game.
After a miss there from Pecan, Pratt the rebound, and we talked to Coach Hogger about that a little bit during the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. We mentioned this is the best start a Mustang team has had since 1993, and the first thing Coach Hogger said to me is, look what happened there.
Yeah.
And he said he hasn't mentioned it to his team yet, but maybe plans to do so before the playoffs get underway, that you got to make sure you stay focused out there, especially once you get in the WPIL playoff competition, because that year, Laurel Highlands, a perfect regular season, entered the playoffs, lost a first-round playoff game to Woodland Hills. And those kind of things can happen.
And that foul went on, is that Sukul?
And Moore's hurts. Zion Moore hobbling off to the Ringgold bench.
Yeah, he's does not have a trainer with him, though, so that's good news. Unless he's going down. Yeah,
now they're going to bring probably Laurel Highlands trainer down there as Pratt has the first of 2 free throws spinning out there for Laurel Highlands. Jaden Pratt has yet to score in this game. Sumter now will take a seat on the Mustang bench. Nico Johns
comes the
back in.
Laurel Highlands trainer getting his
Bill Logue.
He's getting his bag. He's got a big bag he's taking across. He looks like he's going on a trip.
They're ready for anything.
Yeah.
Pratt makes the second free throw after
missing
the first
one. Yeah, okay.
Missed the first, made the second. 37-20 Laurel Highlands, 2:13 left before halftime. Here's Pecan between defenders. Tough shot, banked it in. Nick Pecan. He has 10.
Nice dribble drive there from Mr. Pecan.
There's no doubt both Pecan and Moore, certainly players on the Rams side. Speaking of a player, there's Rodney Gallagher, another drive and a finish. 14 for Gallagher. Another timeout taken here by the Rams. 1:52 left before halftime. 32-22 Mustangs. 39-22 Mustangs. We're back in 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Tonight.
for attorney Melinda Della Rose, helping people with compassionate counseling, candid legal advice, strong advocacy, and professional commitment is what she does best. With an office at 99 East Main Street in downtown Uniontown, attorney Della Rose specializes in family law, municipal law, and general civil litigation, as well as personal injury, estate planning, probate, and more. For more information, call attorney Melinda Della Rose at 724-437-3200, 724-437-3200, or online at DellaRoseLaw.com.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service? Sandy Howell Notary Services, LLC, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, PA, is here to help with transfers, plate renewals, new PA plates, and more. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and surrounding areas. Open weekday evenings starting at 5:30 p.m., Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sandy Howell Notary Services, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Ringgold with the basketball as we come back, and a quick swat. Keandre, another block there on Lorenzo Glasser. 3 or 4 swats there for Keandre already tonight, Steve.
I think Keandre thinks he's trying out for the volleyball team.
Hey, it's in the spring, maybe.
Yeah. They don't have a boys volleyball team, do they?
Yes, they do.
No, did they really?
They had them. I mean, I assume Laurel Highlands has one. We always had one in high school. There's a May 3 from Pecan again.
Somebody ought to Twitter you that just to see.
Yeah. If you know if Laurel Highlands has a boys volleyball team, let us know.
Never heard of one, but that's not saying they don't.
Remember, Keandre didn't play football, Steve, before this past year either, and had a pretty good impact. He can end up being a pretty good volleyball player as well. Here's Davis out to Nico Johns.
Well, I would imagine.
They tell me no volleyball team.
Yeah, there you go. I was right one time.
Yes. Gallagher and Davis playing catch. Touch there from Keandre. A little juggle now. Regains up top. Back over to Rod. In traffic. Nice feed off to Davis, who cuts and scores. Brandon Davis adding to his point total. That's now 16 for Brandon Davis in this game.
Boy, the Rams really have not been playing that poorly. It's just the Mustangs. I mean, here we go. We're close to halftime. They got 41 points.
41-25 lead. Final 30 seconds of the second quarter. Up top, Halleck, little ball fake. And Johns on him. Pass got intercepted by Pratt. Off to Gallagher. 3-on-2 coming back. Down low, Davis resets and gets another 2 to go. 18 first half points for Brandon Davis. 8 in the opening quarter, 10 here in the second quarter. 43-25, lead at 18. Final 10 seconds of the quarter. On the far side, Nick Pecan, baseline drive, missed there. Ball loose, kept alive there. Glasser lays it up and in at the buzzer. So Glasser with 4, and as the Rams did end the first quarter, they get a basket at the whistle, but they still trail 43-27. We'll recap the first half numbers for you in a moment here on WMBS, Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Now at C. Harper Chevy, our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Silverado for only $279 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year with 4,500 cash trade equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Payment is for tax, title fees, and first payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends January 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Residency restrictions apply. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
The Catholic War Veterans, Post 1669 at Hopwood, are proud supporters of local high school sports. For more information on the programs that the Catholic War Veterans provide, log on to the Catholic War Veterans website at www.cwv.org. You can also visit the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 on Facebook or phone 724-437-3088. That's 724-437-3088 for the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood.
COVID-19 vaccines teach your body to recognize and fight the COVID virus. You can get this vaccine at no cost to you at Peachin Pharmacy in Connellsville. Schedule online, by phone, or just walk in. Help protect yourself and your loved ones. When you are ready, get your vaccine at Peachin Pharmacy. Visit peachinpharmacy.com for more information.
Peachin Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday, 9 till 5, and Saturdays, 8 till 12 noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus or Rags a call today at 724-439-3228 for Cherokee Recycling, where recycling makes the most sense.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Mom Maruka's Pizza Shop, located at 64 Barton Mill Road in Uniontown, is your prime place to enjoy local high school sports. Mom Maruka's is family-owned and operated, where pride of ownership certainly shows. The Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, subs, and wings. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday, 4 to 10 for indoor-outdoor dining and takeout. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarukaPizza.com for their menu.
I'm attorney Rob Harper, and I'm happy to be joining Bill Martin and Tripp Radcliffe at Radcliffe Law in Uniontown. I grew up in Uniontown and chose to make Fayette County my home. I also represent the county as an assistant district attorney, and I know my way around a courtroom. If you are hurt in an accident, buying or selling a home, need assistance with an estate or will preparation, call me at Radcliffe Law, 724-439-3939. The initial consultation is free. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
43-27, Laurel Highlands leading Ringgold here at the break. Brian Rozak along with Steve Subrick. Steve is your halftime stats. They're brought to you by Peachin's Pharmacy, located inside the downtown Connellsville Peachin Market.
Okay, for Ringgold, Zion Moore has 7 points, Seiler with 3, Glasser with 4, and Nick Pecan leads the way with 13 points. They scored 16 in the first, 11 in the second, 27 at the half. For the Mustangs, the Shields finishes with 8 points, Gallagher 14, Davis leading the way with 18, Pratt with 1, and Nico Johns with 2. They scored 25 in the first, 18 in the second for a 43-27 halftime lead.
Mustangs certainly looking impressive once again, Steve, and in a comfortable position here at the break.
Well, they sure are. It is just they're just shooting the lights out, really. And the Rams have, they got 27 points at halftime. That's not terrible, but it's pretty hard to compete when the other team has 43. It's tough sledding for the Rams, but Pecan's going to have to get hot, and they're going to have to get more hot from the outside as well. Yeah.
43-27, Laurel Highlands leading Ringgold here at the break. Well, the second half coming your way next year on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Going on now at Sweetheart Bridge Chevy East. Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Silverado for only $279 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevyEast.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease excludes GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year. With 4,500 cash trade equity with lease loyalty or new conquest. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and prepayment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends January 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Residency restrictions apply. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231.
It's time to service your vehicle. Don't procrastinate. Call Rose Motors at 724-583-1944. Rose Motors, specializing in computer diagnostics, engine and electrical problems, brake service, electronic tune-ups, air conditioning repair, exhaust work, state inspection, and more. Looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? See Rose Motors, where financing is also available. Rose Motors, 42 River Avenue in Masontown. Serving the area for 3 generations. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, Saturday by appointment.
Brian Rozak and Steve Subrick back here at Laurel Highlands High School. And Steve, always talk about having great rules analysts with us, and I think we have the greatest rules analyst with us here at the break, Gene Steratore. Gene, appreciate you taking the time to join us.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me, and you know what? It's nice to be in your hometown. They kind of shower additional accolades on you, so I accept that as well right now. Thank you.
And you have some connections to the Ringgold program as well?
I sure do, yeah. My fiance, Lisa Morrow, has her youngest of 4, Nick Pecan, who has had a great career and is wrapping up his senior year at Ringgold, and we watched naturally his older brother Chris for 3 or 4 years at Ringgold. So it's been great to stay in this area in the Valley and in Fayette County for sports.
He's had a nice game tonight with 13 points.
Yeah, he's a really good catch and shoot guard. His release is really, really good and effortless, and he's fun to watch. And it's tough. I can't beat him in horse too many times.
I won't think so.
Well, he's he had a really hot game. I don't know if you had a chance to see when we played. Laurel Highlands played there. He was on fire in the first half. He couldn't miss, and he's going to have to get hot to come back because these Mustangs are pretty good. Yeah. What do you think of the Mustangs?
You know what? It's the first time I've been in the gym, guys. I think I reffed here once, but 40 years ago I was a senior here, and it brought back so many memories walking through that door, and I was looking for Horst Taylor. And to watch Laurel Highlands play as methodical as they are, as unselfish as they are, and Ricky just has them playing at that level where they know that individually they're very good, but when they play collectively, they are going to be very hard to beat by anybody if they keep that moving. And you rarely see that at this level. And it's fun to watch. I've seen them 2 or 3 times. The beauty of technology, I think I was at a Ringgold game last week or 2 weeks ago, and I was streaming the Bell Vernon Laurel game up here.
Right.
That was probably us.
A heck of a game, and you guys did a great job with it. Yeah.
Thanks.
Are you done for your season now?
No. I actually when CBS isn't doing the Super Bowl on television, I have a contract with Westwood One Radio.
Okay, and we're actually carrying the game through Westwood One. We'll probably hear you on there.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
WMBS,
so with Kevin and Kurt Warner and the group at Westwood One, so we'll get out to LA sometime next week and do the game on radio. So
nice, should be a lot of fun, and our listeners will be looking forward to hearing you as well.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to hear you. And we were talking. Your dad used to hand me the football when I was kicking off at West Virginia many, many moons ago.
Oh, my goodness. You know what? I miss him more every day. Every day you miss them, and they seem to get closer to you sometimes when they're actually physically gone. But the years of watching Danny Buggs and Oliver Luck and you guys down there, and all of those great battles on the football field and the basketball court at West Virginia, they were great memories.
We used to cheer him when he wrapped the bat. I was in the stands in the student section. Gene. They used to yell, and it was a lot of fun. And he was, he always treated us pretty good down there.
Yeah, I think he told Gail Catlett that he had the second most wins in West Virginia. At one point in time at a roast at a dinner. So
it's a real quick. What do you think of this Gallagher kid? I mean, obviously, he's getting recruited by everybody for football and for basketball. It's kind of everybody thinks, I think he said he might play football, but he's pretty good in basketball as well.
Yeah, he's a superb athlete, and you can see maturity at a level that doesn't match his chronological age. And I think regardless of what sport he decides to play, he's going to be an instant impact player wherever he goes. And, it's wonderful to see kids like this. And this young man that you're watching now, you can see that he plays humble, but he plays hard. And at that level, that's what happens. That's what you have to do to be successful, and he already shows that. So it's fun to watch, guys.
Gene Steratore joining us here on WMBS. Third quarter underway. Mustangs working right to left as we describe it. Brandon Davis back up top, Keandre. And now Brandon here on the near wing, coming near baseline, kicking out Keandre. Little ball fake. Far side, Rodney. Back to Keandre. Driving, putting it off the glass and in. Keandre to Shields.
Another unselfish play from Gallagher. DeShields just lays it in. And the Mustangs off to a good start again.
Gene, you have to like what you see from Keandre as well, and just, the whole Mustang front line there with Keandre, Rodney, and Brandon Davis as well.
Yeah, no question. You know what? I watched Keandre play, and he just moves so effortlessly, He's got that kind of effortless flow that you see at the major college level, and his game has picked up so much from last year, too. So, again, just growth and maturity.
Is Nick planning on playing basketball at the next level? I know his son or his brother Chris playing down in California.
Yeah, you know what? The hopes are that Nick may get a look at Cal U, and the brothers can continue to make it happen at the college level in the years to come. That's our hope for him.
Nick coming up a little short, though. That was a long three.
Well, anybody that can make long threes like that will find a place somewhere.
For sure. There's Rodney long two, far baseline good. Rodney Gallagher. Gallagher adding his point total tonight, now at 16. 20-point lead for the Mustangs at 47-27. 6:50 left here in the third. Nick Pecan back near side. Lorenzo Glasser working off to his left as Nico Johns comes over. A little frontal there on him. Now Glasser from the far elbow. Double team comes over. Resets here between the circles. And back on the near wing, Pahowick switching back here again with Pecan. Double team there, and John's able to knock it free. Back to Keandre. Keandre back into the Ringgold zone. Brandon Davis in the corner, a little ball fake. Going cross court far side, up top, Rod. Another high arcing three out the front of the rim, no good. Keandre, the offensive rebound, spins back inside and gets the two to go. Keandre to Shields, and another timeout taken here by the Ringgold Rams. Gene, we appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us. Let's get back to the game.
Thanks,
it's
Gene.
great seeing you.
You
Take
too,
care
buddy.
now.
Yep.
That's Gene Steratore joining us. We'll take a quick timeout. 49-27. Mustangs over the Rams. We're back at 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Tonight.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowellsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Simply Sweet, a party boutique. Located at 21 North Basin Avenue, is the sweetest little boutique in the area. Simply Sweet is filled with Valentine's Day party decor, paper goods, and gifts for your favorite Valentine, Galentine, or sweet little time. Surprise someone special this Valentine's Day, or anytime with one balloon or a bunch from Simply Sweet's Balloon Bar. Simply call 724-317-4929. Simply Sweet Boutique also specializes in balloon decor, event rentals, and event planning.
Primer Rozak, Steve Subrick back here at Laurel Highlands High School. 49-27. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs leading the Ringgold Rams. Going to have to thank Gene Steratore for joining us at halftime. Not every day, Steve, you get a guest like that up in the press box here at Laurel Highlands, but we're starting to see more
Jim
famous
Nance
folks coming up
Tony
here all the
Romo
time.
We'll get to talk to him one day, and you and I get to talk to him the next. How
Yes,
about
and
that?
he'll actually be on WMBS for the Super Bowl coming up a week from Sunday with Kevin Harlan and Kurt Warner in the broadcast booth. We'll have the game here on WMBS, and you can hear Gene once again. Ryan Pajak into the game for the first time. Stolen there by Nico Johns. Touch off to Keandre. Down low, Joe Chambers. Underneath, Gallagher got fouled by DiBenedetto. You've had more and more of those celebrities up here, Steve, with all of the recruiting looks these guys have been getting here as well this year.
And that's on Pahowick, I believe.
Correct.
22. That's his third.
First of two free throws, good there for Rodney Gallagher, and up to 17 tonight.
And the score is going to have to, Ringgold's going to have to score some points. And now Billy Beener and the other official, which one is that? That's, they're going to talk about something.
And the crew tonight, Billy Beener, Paul Pulio, Keith Jankowski.
They had a discussion, and he went over and talked to Coach Hogger. I don't know what that was about. I think maybe they were discussing
They're going to stop it here again. Both free throws were good. Now we'll give Gallagher 18 for the game.
So he's talking to Coach Rowland now. Billy is. They're hugging each other, so it must not be.
No, they're not mad.
I think he's just explaining something. Maybe they changed the foul. Could have.
Is there a technical called? Must have been a technical foul called as well, Steve, because you're going to have Gallagher shoot here with no one on the line. They'll make the first of two technical free throws. We did not see anybody come over to the scores table and make a technical motion.
Maybe somebody checked in, without just running on the floor without getting checked in. I don't know. Something could have happened administratively that Billy Beener didn't like, and Billy's always on top of it, So, and they're going to give the ball. So that's a killer. They score 4 points and they're going to get the ball back.
Gary saying illegal substitution.
Yeah. That's what our guess was.
So the Mustangs get it again, a 53-27, 5:50 left here in the third.
We got a nice view here, but we're not down on the floor like we used to be when we were on radio, and we would have been able to hear that. But
No complaints.
No.
We're enjoying our position. There's Brandon Davis, missed 3 on the near wing. Rebound pulled down there by Lorenzo Glasser.
Got a nice comfortable chair. You got a stool.
Like the stools. There's Nick Pecan driving in. Missed that one off the side of the rim. Brandon Davis, the rebound. Down to Gallagher, who puts it off the glass, and then Rodney Gallagher. So Gallagher now 8 here in the third quarter and 22 for the game. 55-27. Mustangs 2 points away from a running clock here again tonight, Steve.
Yep. Good thing Nick had a chance to get all those commercials.
Yes. DiBenedetto double teamed off to his left. Bahalik draining the long 2. His first 2 of the game,
That was a 2, okay.
55-29.
I know you're anxious to
57
get over
left
to
here in the
Potters
third.
for Mexican night.
Keandre with a little deflection up top and saved edge of the zone there, Brandon Davis. Fronted there by Seiler. In Potter's Bar and Grill, Uniontown Detailing, our 2 video stream sponsors tonight. Davis 3 up top, in and out. Keandre, the offensive rebound, comes back inside, got blocked underneath by Nick Pecan.
Yeah, Pecan's getting a little laugh about it. I think they all know the fate of this game is in hand right now. They're just trying to all just keep it going and play some good basketball.
By the way, Uniontown having a tough time tonight as well. They're down 41-25 at halftime against Bell Vernon. Another quick 2 there from Keandre. He has 6 here in the third, 14 for the game, 57-29. 4:23 left here in the third. Another steal. Brandon Davis picks up the rolling ball, comes forward, takes it to the rack, and puts it up and in with a margin at 30 again tonight, Steve.
And Billy Beaner gives the hand motion to keep the clock running.
20 points for Brandon Davis. Benedetto kicked back in the corner. High arcing 3, a little bit short that time from Lorenzo Glasser. Nico Johns the rebound. Chambers touch forward. Brandon Davis underneath. Gallagher getting fouled on the far block. And Gallagher will have 2 free throws here with 3:52 left now on a running clock here in the third quarter. Mustangs a 30-point lead. First on DiBenedetto. Gallagher back to the line. He makes the first of 2 free throws.
Gary Frankhauser over there on the other broadcast just tried to put the eyes on Gallagher, but it didn't work.
He's 6 of 6 here in the quarter at the foul line. Came in for the season 78%. 32-point lead for Laurel Highlands. Right of the lane, jumper good there, Lorenzo Glasser. 61-31. Keandre and Davis play catch outside the arc. Now Keandre takes a 3, it's no good. DiBenedetto, another rebound there for Ringgold, out to Nick Pecan. Coming inside, getting fouled.
That's going to be either on DeShields or Davis.
Steve, we're back here again on Friday. Another broadcast. Laurel Highlands hosting Albert Gallatin. Colonials enter play today in second place in the conference. On the air shortly before 7 o'clock with our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. Opening tip set for 7:30. I'm sure Shea Fleener will have his squad ready for Friday nights.
Where are they playing tonight? Do you know?
Thomas Jefferson, I believe. I'll double check it.
Well, make sure you remind me where we're going, because you know
we're here on Friday.
We've done so many games.
You can keep your headphones here. We're not going anywhere. We'll be back on Friday.
Beautiful.
TJ at AG tonight. West Mifflin at Connellsville, the other conference games.
Pecan missed the first, makes the second.
Correct. Has 14 points in this game. Brandon Davis, far side Keandre. Bounces it off to Rodney. Down low, Brandon Davis between defenders, gets fouled underneath. 2:49 left here in the third, 61-32 Mustangs.
Glasser, the foul.
We'll get out of here quick again tonight. We'll join the Penguins game in progress tonight.
Who are they playing tonight?
Capitals.
Home
Last
game.
game before the All-Star break, but they will have games over the Olympic break since the NHL players aren't going to be participating in the Olympics this year. Brandon Davis trying to add to his 20-point total tonight.
Where's the All-Star games in Vegas this year, right?
I believe so. 21 now for Davis after that made free throw. You both the Pro Bowl and the NHL All-Star game both on Sunday. Both free throws good for Davis.
What do you think of that NASCAR race going to be in LA Coliseum.
Yeah, it's going to be neat. I'll tune in for that.
Wonder how many cars they can fit on that track.
I guess they're going to run a bunch of heat races to determine who gets into the main draw. Something a little different. 3 in the corner. Good there from
Nice.
Marcus DiBenedetto as his first points of the game come from outside the arc.
High arcing 3.
Yes, 63-35, 28-point lead for the Mustangs. They turn it over. Aaron Paz Davis behind Rodney Gallagher. Rams will get it back. We had 6 games last week, Steve. Certainly was a lot of fun. I was a little beat on Sunday. So we took yesterday off, did a little skiing. We're back at it this week. It's a 2-game week, Tuesday and Friday.
Feels like we got a week off.
It does.
Only 2 games.
Pahalik, a little floater from the foul line, no good. Keandre the rebound out to Brandon Davis. Davis alley-oop action, no dunk, but Keandre able to lay it up and in. And Keandre 8 here in the third, 16 for the game. 65-35, 30-point lead for the Mustangs with 140 left here in the third.
They're like sharks smelling blood in the water right now. They're looking for dunks and fast breaks, and
we'll see how long these starters remain in the game.
Yeah, I would imagine he might let them go till the end of the quarter and then get some of the younger kids in.
Nick Pecan will trigger it in. Back in the corner again to DiBenedetto. Back up top to Shane Seiler. Watched there by Gallagher. Switching back with Nick Pecan. Nick jumper from the foul line. Off the mark. Nico Johns the rebound there for Laurel Highlands. Touchdown by Keandre. Down to Gallagher. Jumper from the foul line. In and out there for Rod. Keandre to Shields getting the offensive rebound. Comes back inside and lays it up and in. Keandre to Shields. 10 here in the third. 18 for the game. 67-35 Mustangs with 50 seconds left here in the third. DiBenedetto back across for the Rams. A little pressure coming up top there. Steal Keandre. Keandre races back, scoops it up and in. So now 20 for Keandre. 12 now in the third. 69-35, 34-point lead for Laurel Highlands. Running away once again tonight. Glasser switching back there with Shane Seiler. Now Pahalik fronted there by Nico Johns. Pull it back again to Nick Pecan. Pecan trying to come forward. Johns knocked it away. Gallagher outlet pass. Davis got a little bit too deep. 7 seconds left in the quarter. Goes back in the corner. Resets. Comes near baseline. Lays it up and in again. Brandon Davis. He has 6 here in the third. 24 for the game. And that long shot from the Rams, no good. So 71-35 after 3. And the Mustangs, 3 big stars, 24, 24, 20 up on the scoreboard. We're back with a 4th and 60 from the C.R. Browning Group High School Sports Night.
Chris Parker Jr., it's a new year, so what's new for 2022 at Autoland Hyundai?
2022 will bring a tax refund for many people. So if you're expecting a tax refund, stop in at Autoland and ask us about our deferred down payment program.
That makes buying a new Hyundai easier. Any other special offers?
The entire Hyundai lineup has great offers, such as the 2022 Venue hatchback with 0.9% APR up to 60 months. Or get $750 off with HMF bonus cash. And when the snow arrives, don't get stuck without all-wheel drive. Be prepared. Stop in at Autoland and check out our all-wheel drive Hyundai Konas, Tucsons, and Santa Fe's.
And of course, every new Hyundai comes with America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain protection, and 3-year complimentary maintenance. Autoland Hyundai, downtown Uniontown. See them online at AutolandHyundai.com. Our phone 724-437-9999. That's 724-437-9999 for Autoland Hyundai.
Remember, you always pay less to drive the best at Autoland Hyundai.
71-35, Laurel Highlands leading Ringgold. Brian Morozak along with Steve Suprick. Going to have to thank Gene Steratore, joined us at halftime. Pretty cool, Steve. He's going to be doing the Super Bowl in 2 weeks, and he's here hanging out with us at a high school basketball game on a Tuesday night.
Well, we thank him for that, and he's enjoying a little high school basketball. Probably a nice break for him.
Donnie Santor behind our camera tonight. I have to thank Donnie for his help this evening. Of course, Nick Barczyk making it all possible back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Nick looking forward to the Super Bowl as well. Pecan letting that one go through his hands, out of bounds on the near side. Mustang basketball.
Too much mustard on that pass, and slipped right through his hand. He's got a little tape around his thumb there, his wrist and thumb, so you wonder if that affected it. But Mustangs now got their second line in, if you will.
Well, starter's pretty much done. You can finish out Brandon Davis with 24, Gallagher with 24, and Keidre with 20 as a travel call there on Patrick Kavanaugh. Give a 71-35 lead with 7:06 left in the fourth quarter. And Nick Pecan will bring it back across.
24 and 24 for Gallagher and Davis, right? Is that what you said? Yeah, that's what I got.
Rodney's little hot scoring streak continues. Rams work with it here. Long three, far side, in and outs. There from Glasser. Mustangs the rebound. Jaden Pratt still out there. Pratt's only scored 1 point in this game until now. They'll fold that one in to give him 3. Increase the lead now to 73-35. 6:30 left in regulation. Mustangs have another double team come over. Matt Rowland's going to take a timeout with 6:27 left here in the fourth. We're back in 60 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Casey Sports Cafe, owned by the Vernon family, is located on South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Casey's has reopened for dine-in services with new hours, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Saturday and Sunday 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Meals are home cooked and range from a variety of steaks, chicken and veal parmesan, liver and onions, along with appetizers, salads, wings, and sandwiches. Casey's offers free delivery in the Uniontown area with purchases of $10 or more. Phone 724-550-4126 for Casey Sports Cafe.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service? Sandy Howell Notary Services, LLC, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, PA, is here to help with transfers, plate renewals, new PA plates, and more. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and surrounding areas. Open weekday evenings starting at 5:30 p.m., Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sandy Howell Notary Services, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Back here at Laurel Highlands High School, a little Sweet Caroline playing during the last timeout. Always a good tune. Missed 3 there from Pecan. Krisner brings it back across over to Pratt on the far wing, and the big guy knocks one down from the outside. That's his 4th made 3 of the season. He has 5 fourth quarter points, 6 for the game. 76-35. Mustangs a 41-point lead with 6 minutes left here in the fourth. Here's Pahalik. Up top there to Seiler. Back to Pahalik. Goes cross-court far side. Spotting up for the 3 there. Glasser, and he hits it. So Lorenzo Glasser. And Glasser now with 9. 76-38. 5:39 left here in the fourth. Krisner trying to go into the corner there for Nate Schwartzfeger. Got broken up. Seiler coming back, and he'll lay it up with a left hand. Seiler with 5. 76-40. 5:24 left here in the fourth. Just a matter of time, Steve, before our favorite, Mr. Buttercup, gets into the game tonight.
Buttercup.
They're going to start calling for him soon. You know it.
Yeah.
5:13
a little early
to play,
for him yet.
Pratt long 2 hits it again. So he has 9. I think they want to try to get him 10 points, Steve. That's a season average.
Yeah.
And he has 7 here in the fourth, 8 now for the game. Lead at 38.
And I think he's sniffing around for fast break dunk.
Sumter forcing that turnover up to Schwartzfeger, and Schwartzfeger got fouled there on the drive. Might go on Pecan.
It does. First foul on Nick.
Schwartzfeger will get a pair of free throws. He's made his only free throw attempt of the season, Steve. And he'll make this one, too, to stay perfect. His first point of the game.
100%.
Junior guard.
100% from the line.
See if that continues. It does. His dad, a nice guy, was working hard for the Boosters Association as well. See him down at the snack bar.
Oh, he's bringing you a slice of pizza?
Yes.
Get me a hot dog.
There's Seiler, fronted there by Krisner. Mustangs have doubled up the Rams at 80-40. Inside, Pahalik, kick out 3. In and out there from Nick Pecan. Pecan got it back, and we'll throw this one up and in. Nick Pecan. Pecan with 16. 80-42. 4:09 left in the fourth. Down low, Sumter trying to reposition. Pulls it out. Pratt wants to get at the average. Not this time. Kavanaugh going for the rebound. Pecan takes it away. Forward there to Seiler. Seiler left of the lane. Got intercepted there by Krisner. As Blaze Krisner coming back, got tripped up. And Peacock finds the loose ball again there for Ringgold. Peacock between defenders. Got fouled. He'll have 2 free throws now for Ringgold with 3:40 left on a running clock. 80-42. Laurel Highlands leads by 38. Check in with Mr. Dice, see if we can get a scoring update on the Uniontown game for you as well. First of 2 free throws on the way and no good for Nick Pecan. Nick with 16. Rams now going to their bench. Robert Taylor checking in. Marcus DiBenedetto back in. And the Rams still a lot to play for, Steve. They entered play today, tied for that final playoff spot in the conference with Thomas Jefferson. They lost to the Jags first time out. Those teams will meet again coming up next Tuesday. Ringgold travels to West Mifflin on Friday, and they'll be at Albert Gallatin a week from Friday with that game against TJ sandwiched in between, and they might have to win 2 of the final 3 to find themselves in the WPIAL playoffs.
Pecan will finish the night with 16 points as he checks out.
And we have not, Steve, seen Zion Moore since he went down with that injury.
I think he got hurt. I think something happened there. Maybe that's why he didn't start, and didn't see him go down or anything happen to him, but he's just...
Well, I saw him go to the bench in pain, but as you said, I'm not exactly sure what happened. Sumter a steal there of Robert Taylor. And Sumter back across to Mikey Bittner on the wing. Long 2 off the back iron, no good. Kavanaugh going for the rebound. With control, though, was Aiden Ngotti, and it was poked out of bounds off of Laurel Highlands. So Ngotti and the Rams will keep possession with 2:40 left. Mustangs up 38. So with the win, Laurel Highlands, Steve, goes to 17-0. And now they're calling for Buttercup with 2:27. Usually in between that 2 to 3 minute mark with a big lead, that's Buttercup time. Seiler for 3. Air ball there. Rebound pulled down by Kavanaugh. Do you think Coach Hogger actually waits for them to start calling them before he thinks about making the substitution? Here's Pratt trying to spin off a couple defenders. Missed 2 there. Sumter offensive rebound. Reset back on the wing, and that's Bittner for 3 off the back iron, no good. Taylor off, but Tip controls the rebound there for Ringgold, and here we go, Steve. Malachi Buttercup Wallace off the bench for Laurel Highlands, 1:49 to play. Jumper right of the lane, no good there, and Gotti. Rebound Kavanaugh. I'm going to take a timeout here, and Coach Hogger's going to do that.
Look, Billy Beaner gives a timeout on the court just to get a couple subs in.
They'll roll it here, so we'll keep it right here with 1:39 to play. That'll be it for Pratt, it looks like.
Yep, Pratt finishes with, what's he have?
8. Season average might drop below 10. Get it back up on Friday. Krisner on the near wing. Bounce pass, and Wallace turned it over. Coming back now, and DiBenedetto coming far baseline. Floats it back out to the wing. Seiler up top. And Krisner almost a steal there on Ngotti. Taylor keeping it alive. Little fumble, looking to regain there. Maddox Suckle back in the corner. High arcing 3, no good there. DiBenedetto, long rebound. Picked up there off the little push-up. Schwartzfeger to Bittner. Lost the handle there again to Seiler. A minute to play, still 80-42. On the far wing. And Gotti will send it around on the near side now. Seiler back between the circles. DiBenedetto. And Gotti again. Jumper from Taylor, no good. Going for the rebound. Suckle lost it.
And the officials have officially probably put away their whistles.
They want to get home too.
Yeah, Billy.
Krisner over to Buttercup. Here's Wallace at the foul line. Had it poked away. Thought they might give him the jumper. 72-45. Bell Vernon over Uniontown tonight. 3 minutes left. So a tough night for the Red Raiders tonight. Long 3 up top. Off the mark there from Ngotti. Bittner the rebound. Bittner on the far wing. Pulls up. Over to Wallace. Wallace right of the lane. Comes inside. Put it off the glass, but it spun out. With 6 seconds left. That's a heartbreaker. Yeah. Rebound pulled down by Ngotti, and that'll do it. 80-42, your final score. Mustangs win it. Stay tuned for our post-game show brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Comes your way next year on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Silverado for only $279 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year with 4,500 cash trade equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends January 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Residency restrictions apply. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
You know the importance of planning for retirement, and you plan to enjoy a long and healthy life after you retire. But it's also important to plan for the possibility of needing care on a long-term basis. As life expectancies grow in the U.S., the potential need for long-term care grows as well. A Northwestern long-term care insurance company policy can help pay for the care you may need.
To learn more, call John R. Ritchie today, 724-550-4414. That's 724-550-4414 for John R. Ritchie.
The WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital Orthopedic and Spine Institute is open, and their experienced providers are ready to care for you. Orthopedic and spine care spans a wide range of problems, from arthritis to joint trauma caused by injury or overuse. Hips, shoulders, knees, and backs are the most common areas where patients experience pain or impaired function. At WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, they can treat orthopedic and spine problems with state-of-the-art care. Their board-certified orthopedic surgeons and specialists are well experienced in the latest treatments for damaged and diseased joints. They offer everything from physical therapies to joint repairs and joint replacements. Whenever possible, the newest, minimally invasive techniques are used to ensure quicker recovery, less pain, and less damage to surrounding tissues. To learn more about the newly opened Orthopedic and Spine Institute at WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, or to schedule an appointment, call 724-912-7533 or visit wvumedicine.org/Uniontown. WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital. The new us. Here for you.
Find more snuggle time this winter and be prepared for the cold with the help of First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County. With a home improvement loan, a home equity loan, or a home equity line of credit, you can finally upgrade that old furnace, take care of that leaking roof, or replace those outdated floors. Keep the cold out and the warm and cozy in your home this winter. Visit a loan officer today or apply online at firstfederalofgreen.com. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 458. 729.
Lease Plumbing and Excavating, helping area residents with residential and commercial plumbing, gas, electric, and water lines, along with paving, concrete, and excavation site work for over 30 years. Building a new home, Lee's does utility installation of water, gas, and sewage lines. Lee's does maintenance work on all existing homes, too. Call 724-245-2950. That's 724-245-2950 for your quote. Lee's wishes all the area basketball teams good luck this season from Lee's Plumbing and Excavating.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Mustangs a successful season.
For attorney Melinda Della Rose, helping people with compassionate counseling, candid legal advice, strong advocacy, and professional commitment is what she does best. With an office at 99 East Main Street in downtown Uniontown, attorney Della Rose specializes in family law, municipal law, and general civil litigation, as well as personal injury, estate planning, probate, and more. For more information, call attorney Melinda Della Rose. 724-437-3200, 724-437-3200, or online at DellaRoseLaw.com.
Brian Rozak, Steve Subrick back here in our First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County post-game show. Your final score tonight, Laurel Highlands 80 and Ringgold 42. Steve, is your final stats. They're brought to you by our good friends at Peachin's Pharmacy, located inside the downtown Connellsville Peachin Market.
Okay, for the Rams, Dibendetto finishes with 3 points. Pecan with 16. Pahoic with 2. Glasser with 9. Seiler with 4. And Moore with 7 before he went out with the injury. They scored 16 in the first, 11 in the second, 8 in the third, 7 in the fourth, 42 for the ball game. Boy, the big three for the Mustangs turned it on tonight, Brian. The Shields with 20, Gallagher 24, Davis with 24, Pratt with 8, Schwarzenegger chips in 2, and Nico Johns had 2. They scored 25 in the first, 18 in the second, 28 in that big third. Outscoring the Rams 28-8 in the third, 9 in the fourth for an 80-42 victory.
Again, up next for Laurel Highlands, the host Albert Gallatin coming up on Friday. Steve will have the game for you here on WMBS.
Yep, should be another good one. The Colonials come in, and they've been playing better, and Coach Shea Fleener's, I'm sure he's going to have his squad ready.
Should be a lot of fun on Friday. They'll wrap things up for the video side. Again, 80-42 your final score. Back with one final segment on the radio side right after this. Mustangs knock off the Ringgold Rams tonight, 80-42.